Your brain candy.
Oh, let's do Major Payne.
All right, Major Payne.
Calm me down.
All right. In 5, 4, 3.
Hey guys, Chris and Sean with T3 Medias, and this is another Retrovision review of, and this we're going to talk about one of my favorite movies, man, in the whole wide world. I love this movie. This is Major Payne.
Major Payne.
The reason, what do we say about this movie? Well, first, what's this, Sean? Remind the people out there what Major Payne is all about.
So, if I had to pick one movie that summarizes how brilliant of a comedian Damon Wayans is, the Wayne family, they're just brilliant. But if I had to pick one movie that really showcases Damon Wayans' ability to
more money
an audience, Major Payne. And what? And I'll let Chris run down the synopsis of this movie, but basically he goes all out in this movie, and it is hysterical from opening till close in this movie. One of my top 20 of all genre top movies of all time. What's the synopsis for Major Payne?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Sean.
I'm glad you asked.
Major Benson Payne, played by Damon Wayans,
Benjamin Winifred Payne,
and sleeps war, but after being honorably discharged from the Marines due to a lack of wars.
They gotta need some killing.
Still gotta be somebody in need killing. No
Payne, you've killed them all.
The natural born killer has absolutely no idea how to cope in the everyday civilian life. Fortunately, before he completely breaks down, Payne finds his way back into military captivity at Madison Preparatory School, leading a group of misfit JROTC students who don't want to be led. Whipping these kids into shape might be his toughest battle yet. From March 24th, 1995, directed by Nick Castle, box office $30.1 million.
Is that all that it made?
Well, I don't know what the movie cost. That movie could not have cost more.
No. But I can't. That must be. It's got to be U.S. It can't be worldwide.
Yeah, U.S. It says U.S.
Okay. I was gonna say that's got to be more than $30 million.
But U.S. comedies, unless they were like breakout hits, I couldn't see the worldwide being that.
It's got to be a couple extra million though.
I would say I would be surprised if it was over 10 million worldwide.
I know it's a cult hit now. I
know that, but U.S.
But it doesn't always.
U.S. comedies don't always translate.
Yeah, to big bucks at the at the box office.
A couple of things going against it, really. A black actor. It's a comedy. Military, U.S. military. Not a lot of people out there in Russia and all that. The kids and all. Not a lot of people out there in other countries in Asia and stuff are gonna really dig that if it's not stuff blowing up all the time. So, which you do get a little of. You do get a little blowing up. I'm telling you, man. Look, like 92% like this movie from Google users. It got 33% in Rotten Tomatoes.
No,
but 92%.
Rotten Tomatoes, you have just gunned down the ladder for me.
Relax, it's an algorithm.
Allegedly,
it's an algorithm. But it's all right. So what's one of the standout movies? Standout things of this movie. Do we have? What's the character? Who's the character that stands out the most? Is it Damon
obviously Major Payne himself is. It's almost like they took a character besides Chappelle Show.
Mm-hmm.
In Living Color was one of my favorite shows as a kid. It's almost like they took a character from In Living Color and gave him an hour and a half to make a movie. And just like, go for it. Make whatever movie you want.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't bring Major Payne to In Living Color after that. Was that after In Living Color? This was
they didn't have his character per se. They did have some military things in Living Color, like
they did. There was some skits. Yeah, you're right.
Like I remember they had like it wasn't even in the same character, but I do remember they had a funny scene where they make like an all gay company, and the guy's got to be in charge of it, and it's got Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers and all that, and they walk in, it's like all like bedazzles and decorated, and they're like, we're the cleanest regiment in the company, sir, and he doesn't realize that, but anyway, so they do dabble in it a little bit, but not to this extent, not this brilliantly.
Right. I thought the cast was good. I thought that I don't know why I thought this was going to be a bigger breakout thing for the female lead in the movie. What's her name?
She was beautiful.
Karen Parsons.
Yeah, she's a beautiful.
I thought that after Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that she was going to have a bigger career, but not so much. But one of the reasons why me and Sean talk about this movie a lot is because we talk about a possible sequel that will never happen.
Major, what was it? Major Payne's.
That was it. Sean came up with the perfect title for the sequel because you have to have Damon Wayans Jr.
He looks just like him, man.
You keep Major. Maybe he's promoted to a captain or something like. Well, he's retired, so he'll still be a major. And then when his son comes up to a major, or maybe he's one rank below a major,
he's going to try to get his major.
He's trying to get to where his dad is or something like. Me and Sean have a whole synopsis. Like every time we talk about this, I can see. Oh my God, there's two of them. Like I can see that maybe Orlando, the boy that played the son in the first one, his name is Orlando Brown. He should be. I don't know how old he is, but. Let's say he was. Let's see, how old is that kid?
Do you remember the scene in the movie where Major Payne was kind of fantasizing about what it would be like to, have a family in the white picket fence, and he's sitting there like barbecuing, and then all of a sudden like ninjas and shit break into his backyard, and he kills a bunch of people with like the spatula.
Yeah. And what else would we say about this? Like, how old is Damon Wayans Jr.?
He's younger than us. I'd say he's probably in his late 20s, maybe 30 now.
If he is around the same age, Damon Wayans Jr., because the kid who played the boy, he's older than him. Okay, so he's Damon Wayans Jr. is 35.
He's 35.
He's 35. The kid who played the little boy, the son, is in real life 29. So, I mean, it's not a 6-year age difference. It's not that big of a deal.
That's negligible.
So they can try to flip it and say that, in my mind, I would think that he would be the older brother, and Damon Wayans Jr. would be the son that Major Payne really loves,
right?
Really want, because it's his real blood. He looks older, he looks bigger, he's all stronger and stuff. Like, how is it that they can say that Major
they can just call him call it a Major Payne.
A Major. Well, I like Major
Payne's.
I like Major Payne's better, man. I don't know. It just, in my mind, I have a whole idea played out. What would you want to see from? What did you love about the first movie, and would you want to really see a sequel?
Yes, I would want to see a sequel. I love that Payne has this funny way of telling stories. Like, he can even make, like, there's a really, really standout scene in the movie where there's a little kid who, there's several funny scenes revolving around the smallest kid in his little ROTC pack. I think his name was Tiger or something like that. Yeah. And the guy's like, there's a monster in the closet. And, the woman in the movie, is like telling Payne, you need to be sensitive, so he's like, she gives him a book to read about male sensitivity, because that is not Payne. Payne is like, alpha male killer, so
didn't he like chastise her and throw that damn book in the ground and say, "Give me the damn book"?
Yeah, like, but he wants that tail, dude. He really wants it. So she touches him or something. He's all like, she is the only one who can make him more human in this movie. Is this beautiful woman?
Yeah, because of course he wants to have sex with her.
That's right. And so the little kid, he's in there, and so he follows the kid, and then he's like, "Is he in there?" And he points to the closet. He's like, "Yeah." And he pulls out his gun. He blasts holes in the closet. If he's still in there, he ain't happy.
He ain't too happy.
He ain't happy.
He's just could you imagine if there was really somebody in that closet? Yeah. Falls out his body.
It's like, now you go on and get back in bed before that man come out and chop your little wiener off. And, he's got like this big blade in his hand. And he looks at the lady. And he's like, sensitive. Like, that's sensitive. Or when they go to the club. Do you remember when they go to the club? He goes dancing with her.
Doing a robot dancing.
Yeah.
He's stuff like that. I can see his son doing.
Yeah. It's like, do you know how to dance? Does she call him Benson or Payne? I can't remember.
Payne, probably called by his first name.
Do you remember what he says when she asks him if he can dance?
I've been known to cut a little rug from time to time.
I've been known to cut a little rug. Yeah, he's all like,
he breaks it all down.
And then like doing the Saturday Night Fever and shit. And she's basically laughing at him. And do you remember when they eat?
Yeah, he's like, he inhales his food.
And she gets disgusted.
In the military, you got to eat fast. You ain't got time. You got to get your ass out there. No, the cupcake scene was the best when they put that whole all that laxative and stuff to try to poison them, and then one of the kids like trying to test it out, like he's not shitting and nothing's happening, and the next thing, and then just drops. Oh my god, that movie had. I'm surprised it had such a low review, but at the same time, comedies, critics want everything to have like dramatic effect.
I would say one of the best scenes in that movie is when Tiger, the little kid, the one he told him he was going to chop his wiener off and stuff, when he tells the little boy the story of the little engine that could.
Yeah. And you could chug. That's the movie that you guys should always come back to. Anytime I catch it on TV, I always got to watch a few scenes, not the whole thing.
He basically tells this little kid the most like inappropriate story ever before bed about, at first when you're watching, if you've never seen this movie, he's like trying to like be sensitive. And so he goes, he's trying to get laid with the lady. So he goes in there and puts kid in the bed. He's like, you ever heard of the story of the little engine that could? And so he starts telling him, he's like, little engine was just chugging along behind enemy lines. And he's like, and at first you're like, oh, okay. And then he's like, but needless to say, there was much opposition.
So he's basically telling him a real war story. But
like,
that could.
You didn't know that Charlie done rigged the track with C4 explosive and blam! And it's all like, and Bubba come crawling out of the back of the locomotive. There's little stumps kicking. He's like, Payne, I can't feel my legs.
That movie was all kinds of wrong.
He's like, man, there was lips and assholes all over the place, and the lady in the background is listening, just like horrified.
Yeah, and then he thinks he does a good job. He's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. So I'm telling you, if they did a remake or sequel, I would be happy.
Oh yeah, I would watch it.
Would crush. I think Damon Wayans Jr. should like go down the whole catalog of his dad's stuff. Maybe just start knocking it all out.
Major Payne becomes General Payne, and then his son becomes a major. Oh my god! And there was always that great scene where every time somebody got injured, he's all like, you want me to take your mind off that finger? Or you want me to take your mind off that leg? The guy's been shot in the leg. He's like, yeah. Let me see your hand. And like, he just like breaks the guy's finger. He's like, my hand!
Yeah, you ain't thinking about that finger, Ty. Yeah, exactly. Not thinking about that finger anymore. Oh, man. So that, I can't, I mean, you guys got to let us know what you guys, have you seen the movie? If you haven't, do you think you will go check it out now? Damon Wayans is a genius. And that was a funny ass movie. And
how long has it been? It's been
95.
It's been 20 years.
Over 20 years. Yeah. That's how we roll at the Retrovision. 20 years or older.
20 years.
And we just chugging along. Guys, let us know what you guys think about this video. If you like it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Always send us comments, and let's give you any suggestions out there of what we should talk about in the Retrovision and the Retroverse, and bring it all
the back. Retroverse.
Let's bring it all back, and we just live. We're gonna go back in time, and talk about some great movies, and we're gonna pick the scenes that just stole the whole movie. So I guess we already gave you your scene. Yours was the little engine that could.
That was one of the best ones. Yeah.
Another one, last one with Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
With this foot, right?
Tell them what happened. Why we see this guy.
The kids that try to get rid of
the kids
hire. They hire a muscle to come out and beat up Major Payne, and Major Payne takes him down and tells him, "I'm gonna kick you across the face with this foot right here.
Put this foot right upside your head."
I think he also said a funny line in the movie too, like, "I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass, the
water on my knee will quench your thirst."
That to me was the best line of the movie, man. I love that line.
Do you remember what he said to Bam Bam Bigelow when you hear him go, "Purn"?
Calling me a liar? Yeah, something.
No, he turns around and he's like, "Fee-fi-fo-fum. What beanstalk you fall from?"
Oh, yeah. He had all kinds of.
He had so many one-liners in this movie.
The movie was badass, man. Anyway, all right, close the show. Let the guys know what I guess what we're gonna be doing next, or how are you feeling out there, Sean?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Oh, and by the way, put down in the box if you like Major Payne. What do you think the name should be for the sequel? Or if you have like a quick little description of what you think a funny idea for the sequel should be. Do you think there should be a sequel? Let us know. In the meantime, keep watching the movies, playing the games, killing nudes. Click and subscribe, bitches.